It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. This is brought in by Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
On the play.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Haskins. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
First down, Washington.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A carry now for McKissick. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job. Really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense. No gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown,
Luke Stocker. 26 yards. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes this Washington 7, Eagles nothing. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Wentz. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Edwards-Helaire.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Edwards-Helaire on the counter, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike's 50. Let's go, D. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he stopped immediately there. Tim Williams makes the tackle. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On second down, it's Gibson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Haskins to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The 20-yard line.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Down the man inside. Down the man.
Now Edwards-Helaire. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
38-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Jackson on the quick throw from Wentz. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
That's another.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go.
From the 22, Wentz. Now they set up the screen for Clement. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 50, 50. Mike 50. Hey, I'm coming.
Now Wentz. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Let's go. Do it.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to...
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Jake Elliott on
a strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. they're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
57's the mark. 57.
Now Haskins to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Get the ball. Mine's 50, mine's 50. Go. Go.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And they'll try a jet sweep. It's Rager. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball carrier.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On play action, it's Wentz. And it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
The tackle made at the...
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
He's checking. Crash. Shot 57.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw, it's Wentz. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wild card matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Off of play action, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Good.
It's a big play there for the Eagles. 54 yards.
4-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
The ball carrier.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Check 4, check 4. Set. Hey, Mike's 50. Check the out.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Hey, Mike's 50. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Let's get off the field.
A quick toss outright. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 3 yards out. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field, the extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Washington.
On 1st down, Gibson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home,
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's your thoughts?
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Haskins. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Check. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. Not today, you are. Not today.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Nice, sweetheart. Mike's 50.
Wentz going to throw. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
37-yard line.
At the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Oh, baby, come on, let's go.
On play action, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
It's a gain of 3.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
I'm going back to you. Mike 50, Mike 50. I got him. Look on Tim. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Throwing now is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Got an open man. It's Harmon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Washington 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Haskins. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins. And he'll complete this to Gibson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They go play action with Haskins. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Again, it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Complete to Terry.
The ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
The 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the Eagles' 30-yard line.
Running the sweep with McLaurin. Able to power through. And then he goes with a juke. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Darren Lee there to get him down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now it's right. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a give right side. It's Gibson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Fletcher
call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Eagles' 47-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup.
1 yard. And the Washington 1st down.
They go play action now. Haskins. And he'll find Hall. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 33 yards that time.
Washington.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Operating from the gun. Haskins being chased out, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 7 yards away. And Washington has made this a 1-score game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Eagles 17, Washington 14. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. It's a slant. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
Wentz now to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, 50, 50. Mike 50. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, flying like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You got tape. You got tape right there. Watch tape 3. Watch tape 3.
Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. They find some open field here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. They've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Max 50, Max 50. Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, and they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say 24-hour cheesesteak shop, here we come.
Oh, yeah, and I'm buying, partner. And guess what? I'm having mine with.
And I'm having two if you're buying. Good night from Philadelphia.